when you hold me. Your beauty weighs on me. This feeling's too good.
Hi guys. So recently I just came back from what I'm now calling an Eat, Pray, Love trip to London, and I can definitely tell you that everything that I've learned about the solar plexus chakra for the past 2 months, I put into work in those 8 days. I learned a lot about trusting my intuition and, most importantly, being myself, which hand in hand goes with trusting your intuition. But that trip really did teach me a lot. And when I first wanted to talk about the solar plexus chakra, I don't think that I understood it past the facts of it. And I always like to say that I like to lead by example, which means going through like lessons before I can ever talk about it. And so it was a lot. The past 2 months, it took me 2 months to really know myself, to really know my purpose and live, if that makes any sense. That's what I wanted to just kind of talk about here. I made this video actually 3 different times, edited it and everything, and I always deleted it because I felt it wasn't, not that it wasn't enough, but this is my artwork, this is my passion, this is also my life. And so what I put out on YouTube or on TikTok or up and coming, a new app that you'll hear from me soon, but what I put out, it's a piece of me, and I'm sharing that because I feel as though my purpose, I know that my purpose is really to just be unapologetically me and live life and enjoy life, and on the side maybe explain how this world works through science, but that's, my own journey. But to help consciousness as a whole evolve, my role in that is to just unapologetically be me, be Imani, be this character that I set out to be in this plane of existence in this lifetime. And I know I speak about this all the time, but I really didn't know myself. I mean, I did, but to know yourself and to want change to come in and transformation. I learned about Robert Dilts' model of logical levels of change. And it has to do with your identity, your behaviors, your capabilities, your thought process on the capabilities, your environment, your values and beliefs. All of that I felt explained the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is an energy vortex within us. And I was meditating this morning and I kind of thought about it. When you are so structured in who you are, when you know who you are and nobody can knock you down, not at all. When your foundation is so fucking strong in this is Imani, this is what I believe in, this is who I am, these are the people I surround myself with. When you are so concrete in that, you become the true magnet. You truly start to mirror the cosmos. The universe really can start working hand in hand with you. The universe, God, whatever you want to believe in. I like to say the universe. If you don't believe in anything, it doesn't matter, because what the solar plexus chakra taught me was how to be the constant in any situation, in any environment I was put in. I am the constant. I am the one that matters, and that's what the solar plexus chakra taught me. It's like, let me kind of try to make this make sense. Think of a magnet, how a magnet has a positive and a negative side. The positive side that it knows that it needs to connect to the negative side, and the negative side knows that it needs to connect to the positive side. In order for it to function correctly and for it to move smoothly and do its job that, it was made to do. And so our job, and I'm reading this book called With Folded Wings by Stuart Edward White. I'll put it up on the screen. But it's the same author from The Unobstructed Universe. And in With Folded Wings, in the beginning, it's a nonfiction book, and it's basically them writing out all of the communication sessions with the invisibles, they call them, which are like spirits, entities. I like to say angels, light beings, whatever you want to call them. There's an entire book. This entire book is about what went on in those conversations. And in the beginning of the book, it talks about how as children, we come into this plane of existence as a small adolescent spirit or whatever, that the goal isn't to get put right into society and start mixing with energies. You're supposed to learn yourself, learn how your spirit handles emotions, learn how your spirit handles outside forces, outside influences. You're supposed to be so concrete in who you are before you go out and mix and mingle with other energy. But because the way that society is right now, we can't really do that. Kids are born and they're put in daycare after a month, sometimes less than a month. I used to be a preschool teacher, and I would see newborns. Children, I worked in the 2.5-year-old to 3-year-old age. That's when they're starting to develop their personality. And I love that age because that's where they're learning who they are. They're learning how they react to their emotions, exactly what I talked about. In those moments, I feel like the world needs to do a little better of helping those kids truly know who they are, instead of just saying no, instead of just telling them to go right when they want to go adventure left before they eventually find out that right is the correct way. If any of that makes sense, I just feel the need to talk about this. If we were able to get that chance to heal and learn how we react, then when we get older, when we're like 18 years old or whatever, we can start mixing with the world. I feel like we'd all be a lot better people. But the way the world is going, we can't even do that. I don't know. So then by the time you're 23 or however old you are on your spiritual journey, by the time you start to get on this journey of self-development, of growth and all of that stuff, of having faith or finding a faith or being more in tune with yourself, when you start to do that at such a late age, we have all of this, I don't want to say baggage, but all this stuff that comes with us that it makes it a little hard to heal. We got bills, we got relationships, money problems, just a lot of external forces impeding on I just saw 333, our growth. And it takes a lot of work. It takes I don't want to say a strong mind, but a mind that is willing to do the work. And I did the work and it took me 2 months. I kept thinking, oh, I know who I am. Well, if I know who I am, why haven't I kept making my videos? I've kind of been a little sad because it's like I know what I want to do, but I haven't actually done it. And that's hard, you know? Gosh, this video is already pretty long. But thanks for letting me just talk. Just know that I've kind of, I don't want to say I found myself because I've already found myself, but I've strengthened my foundation of who Imani is, what kind of force of life she's going to be in this lifetime, and I'm ready to take it on. That's what I learned about the solar plexus chakra. If you want to know any more like factual details, I put it on my blog post, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more on this new app. Look out for it. It's going to be called Soul Creator, Soul of Life. I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I created this little montage, 444. I created this little montage for myself as a thank you to myself for finding me again and going at it full force and strengthening that connection, the bond, having a balance, getting clarity. I don't know. And I hope that everybody finds this. And all it took was for me to really be upfront and heal, because at the end of the day, in this book that I'm reading with Folded Wings, it talks about that. Once you wake up from kind of the false reality, once you wake up, you kind of have no choice but to grow, to learn yourself. And once you do that, then the universe kind of opens up and it can actually give you what you want, because now you're concrete in that magnet. You are the positive and the negative, and now the universe knows exactly how to connect with you because you have created that solid foundation of the magnetic energy that you constantly give off. So often we give off all of our chakra systems, of their energy vortexes. They aid in what the universe is reading off of us. When you heal the energy within those energy vortexes, when you balance them, they're able to send off a clear message to the universe so that you can attract whatever you want. The universe, God, whatever you want to believe in. I'm still kind of finding the words. It's all a big mixing pot in my head, and I so easily speak it like that, but I know I might confuse a lot of people. But you know, the truth will always ring a bell to somebody. I'm not discovering anything new. I'm just trying to help us all remember. And I'll do that through my YouTube videos and other content that I post. But on a global scale, that's why I'm going to earn a Nobel Prize for my work, because I think that the universe needs a quick little reset on getting back on the right track. I don't know. Thanks for listening, guys. Petunia, what would you like to say to the class? What would you like to say to the class?
Hey, listen. Lonely. Not when you hold me.